So I was on my way to go to the Betances houses in the South Bronx, which coincidentally had a boxing ring in the basement. That was something I found funny about a lot of these housing projects in New York back in the day, is they had boxing rings down there in the basements and the community rooms of these housing projects. But I was headed over to the Betances houses, which is on St. Anne's Avenue in the South Bronx. And I'm walking really fast paced because it's raining, kind of like it's raining right now. It was raining, and I'm going across East 149th Street, and I'm doing this kind of ducking under awnings and stuff, and I'm walking at a fast pace. I'm just trying to avoid getting hit with the rain. And as I come to the corner of St. Anne's and 149th Street, around the corner, this man is running, and he's in a jogging suit, and he smashes right into me. I mean, into my chest and my body, and I fly off my feet backwards and hit the concrete, outside of this discount store, like a 99-cent store. And this man was jogging at a very fast pace, turned the corner, and slammed into me, knocking me into the ground. And I flew back, and I had a hat, and the hat came off the back of my head when I hit the ground. When he hit me and I went to the ground, everybody on the block in the Bronx went, "Oh!" It was, like I had been chokeslammed in a wrestling show, or something. They responded. I look up, and this little kid is leaning over me and says, "You okay?" And then he takes my hat and runs. He stole the hat. I had the breath knocked out of me. I had, I'm just looking, and I'm getting up. Nobody's helping me, by the way. No one came by, "Hey man, let me give you a hand, help you up." Everyone's just standing there looking. So I'm on my knees, and as I'm getting up on one knee, I see the man who knocked me down. And I knew who he was because, I had a gym a few blocks away, and he had been by there. He was Macho Camacho Jr. And he's there kind of doing, a little footsie, a little shuffle. And, he's looking at me, and he goes, no, I said to him first, I said, "You don't even say you're sorry," and he goes, "You better watch where you go. I'll effing knock you out." He says this to me in front of, hundreds of people. I was about 240 at the time, and actively actively, wrestling and doing martial arts, and right there, and obviously he's a huge celebrity, even if he's was just a drug addicted piece of crap, but nevertheless, people knew me too, in that immediate area, and so we both had a reputation. His was probably it definitely was a lot wider than mine. I mean, boxing champion and stuff, but he said that to me, right? He said he knocked me the F out, and when he turned around, I shot up and jumped on his back, took him to the ground, and put him in a chokehold. And when I went to grab his hair, this big, over 7 foot tall bodyguard took me under my arms from behind, lifted me up, and I'm 6'3", and put me in a doorway and said, "That's Macho Camacho Jr." And they got him right out of there. Funny thing is that there's nothing funny about it. When Macho Camacho was killed in Puerto Rico, which was a really sad thing, but then again, just an example of wasting one's life, right? When he was killed down there, the bodyguard who lifted me off of him wound up coming to do some work with me shortly thereafter, and we became friends after that. But that was the Macho Camacho Jr. story. That guy was was a cocaine addict. I thought it was interesting to see him doing these workouts like he was going to get back in the ring, because he had a stomach on him like he was 6 months pregnant. He was incredibly out of shape, and when he was killed in Puerto Rico, I think the story was something like he was trying to buy drugs from someone, and they took the money and never gave him the drugs, and there was an argument, and he was shot and killed. That's what I heard had happened with him. Very very sad. The thing is, though, is that he had used my gym to work out at one point, and it's one of those things that happens in that type of environment. So that's what happened with Macho Camacho.